So speaking of the college guys, we got this upcoming crop of rookie quarterbacks, and we're seeing. You always see a quarterback climb the ladder each year.
Every year.
One that sticks out the most to me is Baker Mayfield. He really went from a second to third round prospect to the first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're seeing Zach Wilson rise like that. It was always Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields 1 and 1A, then eventually
Always.
became 1 and 2. Now we have little kid Zach Wilson from BYU. He's about 6'2", 200 pounds, it looks like. And I mean, I listened to Chris Sims explain why he should be the first quarterback taken, and he said there's space in between he and Trevor Lawrence.
Interesting. One thing I will say, go back to last year's draft, everything was about Burrow and Tua. And I'm not saying they're bad quarterbacks. Obviously not. They got a lot. They have a high ceiling and a bright future ahead of them. But look at where they're at now. Burrow's hurt, and Tua's in trade talks. And then you always have your fine print quarterbacks who get kind of shit on in the draft analysis, whatever. Like your Justin Herbert, and who's the other one? Jalen Hurts. Now look at him. Jalen Hurts is leading the Philly Eagles for right now, and Justin Herbert's, he was balling. The record doesn't indicate that, but he's competent. He can play. He can ball. And the talking heads on TV were like, Justin Herbert this, Justin Herbert that, Oregon this, Oregon that, can't do it, next level, da da da. They're comfortable. Like they're good. They're grounded. They can only go up. So I don't really get too much into that draft analysis stuff at the quarterback position, especially.
So here's my argument for Zach Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
He played with lesser talent, so it required more accuracy from him. He's shifty and athletic.
Mm-hmm.
And from everything I've read, that he has a nice repetitive throwing motion, and he can throw the different Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers like passing angles.
I've seen that. I've read it. Like they're saying he's real. I'm not saying he's the truth, but he's gonna thrive at the NFL level, probably in the right system. But just the field slander, I'm honestly not buying it. I'm not.
Why do you think they're slandering my man Fields?
Again, it probably goes back to the system. It's not that he can't learn. It's just what he's being taught, how to go through different things, And that injury, kind of set him back maybe a little bit. But I'm not buying the guy we were just ooh and ah over after Trevor Lawrence to just be like, oh, maybe second, third round. Like that's not realistic to me.
Some people say his race has something to do with it.
Tear a black man down? I don't like that narrative either. Those are the people that always say, "Oh, this is rigged. That's that community." So I'm not gonna blame it on race either.
I'm not gonna blame it on race at all. I just think that he showed some inconsistencies, and he was expected to throw the ball a little bit better. And Dwayne Haskins didn't help, and just the history of Ohio State quarterbacks. And it's like he had so much talent around him. He's supposed to put up these big gaudy numbers. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Man. This class confuses me because we don't have a long history of quarterbacks who came from the powerhouse schools with tons of weapons around them work out in the NFL. Like if you think about the starters right now, you have Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma, Jalen Hurts from Oklahoma/Alabama. You have Tua from Alabama, but look where he's at. You have Kyler Murray from Oklahoma. You have Desean Watson. And if you think of it before I can, I think that's about it from the quarterbacks from the major powers. And of these quarterbacks, Desean Watson's the only one that I'm confident that I want on my roster.
Absolutely.
I'm not as high on Kyler Murray as everyone else is because there's a way to defend him, and it's starting to show because of his lack of hype.
The
Baker
book's not
Mayfield,
edited yet.
right? Baker Mayfield, we know what the hell Baker Mayfield is. He is an accurate game manager. He's a low end Zach Wilson type. Um, and you have Jalen Hurts. We don't know what the hell he is. And then Joe Burrow from LSU. Well, he's only played a few games because of his torn ACL. So I don't know what to think of quarterbacks from the Powers.
Out that group, I would take. I do like Joe Burrow on and off the field, but specifically on the field, he's a competitor. Like it just shows. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like his swagger. Like he's committed to everything. He just strikes me for a guy like I'm gonna get in here and work. I don't care how bad we are. We finna grind it out. I like that.
Did you see what he tweeted to Ocho Cinco?
I did. That's pretty tight.
Yeah,
That's pretty tight.
I think Burrow has a underrated sense of humor. He has a nice swagger about himself. You know, he's a cocky son of a bitch.
I like it.
I mean, yeah,
because
he
it's
can play
not to
ball
the
for my
level of
birds.
Baker Mayfield, but you can back it up though. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, like Baker's isn't as good.
And back to the powerhouse thing. You look at quarterbacks who have been there, who have been successful. Aaron Rodgers going to Cal, Ben Roethlisberger, Miami of Ohio, Drew Brees, Purdue, Tom Brady, who really wasn't much of anything at Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he struggled starting in Michigan.
Not saying that should be the blueprint of drafting quarterbacks now. They'll just find guys from smaller schools and room them up. But
look at Mahomes.
I mean, it works. But like you said, you're working with lesser talent, so in your head, that kind of has to give you an extra boost to complete these passes. You know, you got to go extra harder.
I mean, because one of the knocks I saw in Trevor Lawrence was his ball placements wasn't great. He just throws the ball in the vicinity of really good playmakers. And the same is said about Justin Fields. He just does it a lot less accurately.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely.
But I think, man, he gets a good coach to work on his mechanics. He'll be fine. I mean, look at what Josh Allen turned into in year 3.
Oh, we didn't. Yeah, Josh Allen. That's another one.
Do you think
also on a rookie deal and almost made it to the Super Bowl? So